Hello, soccer fans, and welcome into the family arena here. I'm Patrick Kelly alongside Matt Bird down on field side. And Matt, the Ambush coming off a bad loss, two bad losses against both the Wave, and then they lose to KC. But there's a good chance for them tonight playing a Milwaukee Wave team that is very on short rest.
Well, that happened to us last week. I mean, we had our home opener. You know, we kept it close for 3 quarters, and then the Wave ran away with 7-2. We then had to go.
Hello, soccer fans, and welcome into the family arena here.
And welcome in soccer fans to the family arena for the second of 5 matchups this season between these two rivals. It's the Milwaukee Wave and the hometown St. Louis Ambush. Up in the booth, I'm Patrick Kyle alongside Matt Bird. Matt, we talked about it in the open, the Ambush had a lot of penalty troubles as of late the past 2 games. 19 penalty minutes total. That's something that needs to stop if they want to get ahead of this Milwaukee club.
It's not just the amount of penalty minutes, it's when they took them as well. They kind of lost their way at the back end of last week's game here against the Wave. They had a chance to tie it up with the penalty shot. That would have took it to 2-2, and then it kind of all fell apart. And as the Wave pulled away in the game, we were compounding that with silly penalties, and I think we kind of lost our heads a little bit. We need to be a little more clinical in front of goal. I think we outshot the Wave last week, but you're not going to trouble the keeper so much from 25-30 yards out. We need to get quality shots away on the opportunities that we have. And it was a consummate away game for the Wave. They did it all last year. But it was a bit of a wake-up call for the Ambush. I think they had high hopes going into the season, and it really did knock them back down to earth. They need to be more disciplined, especially on defense. The defense did a good job for 45 minutes keeping them in the game, but the attack on the other side of the field needs to get with the program, need to be more clinical, need to give the defense something to work with. The defense can't hold off Ian Bennett for a full 60, and he punished us last week, as he's done for the best part of 4 years.
The Ambush jumped out to a lead early in the first game against the Wave. Looks like something they could try and do tonight, especially with a Wave team that came in late last night, into the morning hours, so when they arrived in St. Louis.
I asked Everton about that. I said, you had it last week, playing 2 games in 2 days. How difficult is it? And he said, it does play on the players' minds a little bit, but as soon as the whistle blows, all bets are off. You kind of forget it, and just instinct takes over. I keep harping on this. We've got to keep it close. He said the problem is if the game starts to get away from you early, then you're in trouble when your heads drop.
The Ambush do have a new player, number 6, Will Niamsi from Paris, France. He's a defenseman, and he is playing in his first indoor game / futsal game ever in his career. So this is definitely a big test for him, throwing into the waters early.
Yeah, trial by fire. Not only is it your first game, you're going to play against the defending champions. Get him thrown in at the deep end. Let's see what he can do. This team needed a bit of a spark, I felt, last week. But let's see what he can do. He used to play for the PSG Academy. You don't get into that academy unless you know what you're doing. After that, he came to the US and he was NIA national champion with Central Methodist. So he obviously has something about him. He came through the tryouts here, and Everton seen enough to sign him. And again, let's see what he can do.
Talking with Everton before the game, I asked him, have you ever got a guy through tryouts and signed a player that has never played futsal or indo before? He said once before this when he played in Detroit, but that just shows what kind of a special player he can be. It's Duduka with a good shot right off the boards, and it's turned aside by Diaz, who is between the pipes for the Wave.
Really important for Duduka to get off the mark last week in Kansas City. That'll be hopefully the straw that breaks the camel's back for him, and he can get on a roll.
So Ambush have the first registered shot of the game as it's given into Bradley in the corner, going back and forth with Babadia, and then Paulo tries to knock it away from his crease, but Chamali staying with it, able to push it more towards Paulo, and he can easily grab that in his box. Ambush making changes. 3-men change out as JT fresh on, going up against St. Louis native Vandegrift. It goes all the way down to Diaz. He's being pressured, and JT takes it down. That's going to be a foul on JT.
Yeah, he just can't go through the back of the goalkeeper like that. Well, it was an innocuous challenge, but it was a foul.
Chad misplayed that restart, so Tony Waltz is going to restart now for the Ambush. A big one for them. Tried to knock off the boards, but a good foot there by Vandegrift clears it all the way out. McGee back, and it hit off of, I believe, Max Ferdinand on the bench, so that's going to be Wave ball. Adamson pressures right away, and so does JT, and Puchar is out there as well for the Ambush, going up against Chamali.
Thought he played really well in his debut, Puchar, for the Ambush last week. Seemed to be very comfortable and seemed to be on the same wavelength as the rest of his players, and that's a big thing coming into a new team, is being on the same wavelength right from the get-go.
St. Louis, fresh off the bench, tried to race for it, but Santos got there first and knocked the ball out of play. The Wave are going to make some changes. Here comes Max Ferdinand and Ian Bennett for the first time so far today.
As in section 122.
Nice little give and go, trying to get it to Nyamsi, but it's going to go back for the Wave. They're trying to push forward with it to Santos. 3 ambush around him. Has to lift it all the way back to Wiedebach.
It's going to take me a while to get used to the name Nyamsi. I might just call him Will.
You may just call him Will for now?
Yeah, Will.
You know what's funny is we were talking before, he goes, I don't want you guys to call me Wilfred because that's too hard. Well, compared to Nyamsi, I don't know exactly what he's talking about.
You know, if he canes one into the back of the net, I don't think he'll mind what we call him. But welcome to the team, Will Nyamsi. His English is pretty good.
Very good.
I mean, he spent a good couple of years here going through college, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Diaz sending it all the way down for Ferdinand. Diaz playing in the 3rd game for the Wave. So he started all 3, and another rebound by Liete. Then a 3rd shot taken by Ferdinand, but that was whiffed on, and Paulo was expecting the shot as well, able to grab it. Down goes Vadim Kochikov, and Viega is going right at the refs.
Well, he did it all last week as well. He's very vocal. Let's put it that way.
He receives a 2-minute penalty.
Plays with passion. I like that. You want a player that just plays with passion. He's on it all the time.
Great play by Kochikov into Duduka. The spinning shot just goes wide. Then Kochikov gets the rebound, stepping forward. Duduka, it bounces and then it goes in. That's going to count. And what a goal right there by Duduka. Kind of rolled down his body, but it'll count.
They all count the same. You can cane one in, as I say, from 35 yards, or you can bounce it off your stomach and roll it past Diaz, and he will run that back.
A great play by Santos to keep it alive there.
It was the little chip over by Kochikov, and the bounce kind of troubled Diaz, and Duduka thought he was being fouled, and then he realised, hey, I've got a chance here, and just managed to toe poke it over the line, and the Ambush take an early 1-0 lead.
I think that's exactly the kind of play, not exactly as you wrote it up, of course, but Duduka just sits there in the box and because of his big frame, just unmovable from anybody and able to finish that ball.
Oh, Everton will disagree with you. That's exactly how he drew it up on the whiteboard. That's exactly what he told Duduka to do. But he's a horse, you know, and when you've got a 210-pound, 6'2" guy running at you, you're going to take your eye off the ball and it's going to drop, and who knows what can happen. And the Ambush are going to need to take every opportunity, and they've started out well.
The wave pressure now is Tony Walls doing a good job holding the ball in the corner, but pops up free to Bradley and took a shot, didn't get all of that though, so Paul is able to grab it in the corner.
Good first touch as well of the game really for Kochikov there, setting up Duduka. I was surprised Vadim didn't start last week, to be honest. I thought he ended the season well last year. When Manfoot left, he kind of stepped up a little bit. Vadim has been with the organisation since Tony was coach, and I think he was sent into the team a little too raw, but he's really matured as a player the last couple of years.
Sent in the corner for JT, doing a good job backing up, tried to feed it to Pepe, then said it's going to go to Niamsi, and he took his first shot as an MSL player. You can see a smile on his face as Pepe tried to push that forward. It gets cleared out of play though.
I think there was a foul on McGee. I think it might be a free kick wave here.
We have Ambush foul number 70, McGee, his first of the half.
So McGee will get the foul. Now they're just waiting for the ball to be thrown back into play, and it will be.
When a player receives 6 fouls in a game, he is ejected.
Now Herrera again pressure, and Niamsi able to steal it away. Will Niamsi drops it for Pouchard, and then trying to get it to St. Louis, but Pouchard is going to keep it alive in the corner. Niamsi and St. Louis bunched up a bit in the corner. Good play all the way back to Paulo, and a nice little touch, able to find McGee.
Well, so far Niamsi does not look out of place at all, does he? I mean, I know it's early doors, but
and Ferdinand got a little bit of space, tried to throw it across the field, but that's going to be a foul on St. Louis. Ambush going to make some changes, and out comes Duduka once again.
3 needless fouls, I've got to say, that the Ambush have committed there in quick succession, and it goes back to our point about discipline.
The waiver pressure in there. Good play by Pouchard to keep Chamali at bay, or Liete rather. It is Chamali trying to get up to Philippe, but it's going to go for Liete. Philippe pressuring him. Trying to send it all the way down. Pereira knocked off the ball. Now who's Pouchard? Knocked down against the boards, and the Wave going to get away with it. No call as they continue to push forward with it. Pereira, nice play, trying to pass it over to Ferdinand. Loose ball, going to be grabbed by Duduka hard off the boards.
Well, Pereira was there going all the way on his own. He got past 3-4 guys before the Ambush were finally able to stop him. And that's just it, Patrick. I mean, it's almost a carbon copy of last week. You know, the Ambush took the lead, but you can't write off this Wave team. I mean, we've seen it so often that you know, they'll bide their time, they'll be patient, they'll figure out your weaknesses, and then they'll hit you hard.
Beautiful feed, able to find Kochkov from Felipe. He gets knocked off the ball by Viega, who just got his second foul on the half so far. Now there is Viega again for Bradley. Felipe pressuring hard. Bradley gets away with it. Beautiful pass over to Ian Bennett, wide open, and a big save by Paulo. Still loose in the corner though. Fighting for it against Bennett is JT. Beautiful clear, stays in play. And McGee with it. Pressured, touches it towards the middle. Dos Santos loses it, and here is Chino.
Really good pass out there from the corner by JT after he got the ball from Paulo. You'd have put your money on Ian Bennett to finish that. He was all alone at the top of the box. So good save from Paulo.
Chino on the near side, pressured by Bobadilla. Good play by Chino though, trying to get around Walls, unable to do so. And Paulo coming out of his net to play that, but that's going to be a foul on Tony Walls. A nice pass back to Liete, and he couldn't get the one-timer going, but an ambush player is down. That's Dos Santos, I believe, and he's in a lot of pain.
I think it was a combination twisted ankle, got his kind of foot was stood on, and he kind of, as he was falling, he twisted his ankle there.
So Dos Santos down, appears to be in a lot of pain as Paulo comes out to help him. You like that sportsmanship. Liete and Ferdinand coming to check on Douglas.
I think that everyone saw what happened. I mean, they know that Douglas isn't, you know, he didn't take a dive or anything, and but there was no foul. It was just one of those innocuous things that happens in the game sometimes. But it'd be a big loss for the ambush, I think.
Hello, ambush fans. This is Lucas Almeida from your St. Louis ambush.
He takes the shot. He shoots. He scores! Lucas Almeida, are you kidding me?
Today I'm here to talk about our friends at Stange Law Firm. If you or anyone you know is facing a divorce or in need of compassionate family law representation, the team of attorneys at Stange Law Firm can help. Stange Law Firm has been a proud supporter of ambush soccer since 2016 and is here to help you rebuild your life.
Douglas is able to stand up with putting no weight on that left foot as he's being helped off the field. It's Jason Norsik helping take him off the field, and that's another thing as well. The ambush are without their two assistant coaches today, Mark Litton or Jamie Slaughter. They are both out. So it's going to be Jason Norsik and Trent Dardick who will be behind the bench with Everton today. Of course, Jason Norsik, the goalie coach for the ambush, owns GK Union in Chesterfield, and he helps Paula get ready before every game.
I like Jason a lot. He's just a student of the game. You know, he's an affable guy. He'll talk to anyone. And
it's going to be Vega who will start it off of the media timeout. Liete trying to get around Pepe, and that's going to be a foul as Pepe caught his jersey. That's going to be Liete up against St. Louis. Halfway through this first quarter, ref has to get out of the way. He's in St. Louis' way. Now Liete just takes a long shot, an easy one as it stayed bouncing on the ground as Paulo was able to hold on to it.
right down Paulo's throat, that's what he likes, that's his meat and drink.
Beautiful feed, able to find Jaduka, tried to lead it for Pepe, just a bit too far for him though. There's Oliveira, able to take it, now it's up in the air, Bobadilla came in close, but a good play by Diaz to knock that ball away. Now there's Bobadilla again off the boards in front, and Pepe was not able to get a header on that, but Pepe steals it again. Beautiful feed, able to find Jaduka and tried to weave it through the legs of Oliveira.
Just another couple of opportunities the ambush had there, and they need to make them pay. Last week told us that a 1-0 lead is simply not enough against this Wave team.
Niamsi pressuring Chamali as Diaz is all the way back with it. Nice move as they find Chino. And then Stuart Grable drops it back. Chamali waits. A long heave by Viega, able to find Ferdinand, trying to cut towards the middle. Good play by both Pepe and McGee, staying on him tight. Now long shot taken, and a good diving save by Paulo.
Paulo just made himself big there. I think he saved it with his feet in the end. He won't care as long as it stays out.
Great play by Niamsi, able to feed it to his goalkeeper and then try to clear it out. And a second clearing attempt, this time by Pepe, will send it all the way down.
JT's been running up and down this field so far, he's got to be exhausted. He gets a lot of service, but he does the yeoman's work. You know, the hold-up play, he takes feet to his ankles and down the backs of his Achilles.
He has held on to it for a bit. Nice pass up, able to find Pereira. He trying to turn around the corner. Good play by McGee, and now Pichard able to steal away from him. Two waiver on him, so he just clears it all the way down. Good job keeping it in play. All the way back is Wiedebach. He loses it to JT Thomas, who tried to throw it on net, just went a bit wide. Diaz was able to corral it.
I think JT was caught between passing it back to Corey there or having a shot himself.
Good shot taken by Bradley, just went wide as Paulo dove to try and make that save.
You get a sense of the Milwaukee Wave finding their feet in this game.
Alex Bradley spin around, good job to get around Adamson off the boards. Viega, a long shot, just bounces wide off the boards. Couldn't find Ferdinand in front. He was being tied up as now an ambush player goes down. That was Felipe who went down. That is going to be a foul on Wiedebach.
So Santos is back on the field. Still not walking 100% though. Maybe he feels he can run it off.
Able to get that nice little touch quickly. Now Paulo sent it all the way forward. St. Louis goes down. Kochikov able to head it back to himself against the glass. He holds up and waits. Now Axel Duarte. First time we've said his name tonight as it goes to Felipe. Beautiful pass off the boards. Not able to find St. Louis as Vandegrift. Nice hustle. Able to beat him to it. Dos Santos all the way back. Testing that foot. Nice touch to Paulo. And lifted high up in the air, but Marcio Liete will keep that alive with Vandegrift. Liete going back and forth real quick with Herrera, and then Ian Bennett just works his way past two ambush players, and now we have, I believe, a foul.
Going for a yellow card there.
They're calling out Ian Bennett. Trying to get the ref's attention is Bennett.
Like, there was nothing there on the field that I saw other than maybe he said something as he thought he was being fouled. It's not Bennett going off.
It looks like the ref said there is nothing, so more than likely will just be a restart.
Well, your guess is as good as mine there, Patrick. That's what happened, but
wait the official call from Brian Roth. See if anything transpired, but this game starts back up regardless. With less than 4 minutes left in the first quarter, Ambush lead 1-0 off a goal by Duduka. Trying to feed it out, stopped by Ian Bennett, and a shot taken, blocked in front. I believe Dos Santos got a foot on that, but now down is Axel Duarte.
was that a block from the Bennett shot? Because Bennett was winding up to rip it.
Now Duarte is down.
Dropping like flies. The ambush defense. Again, you just get the feeling that the Wave are starting to find their feet, find their way in this game. And we had a tough loss last night, overtime loss to Florida Tropics. It was also tough for the ambush to watch, as Zach Reggett and Antonio Manford were on the score sheet, but They're legit this year, Florida Tropics. Massive win for Baltimore over Orlando. 14-5 that finished up. A couple of teams are 0-3. I think Orlando and Rochester are 0-3, and the Ambush don't want to join that group at the bottom of the East.
Duarte, after a small little break in action, able to walk off the field. Doesn't seem to be limping on either one of his legs, so hopefully he will be able to return. Chad Vandergrift will be the one restarting it for the Milwaukee Wave back in his own end.
How many family members he's got here tonight?
It seemed a bit small. He was looking below us. They looked to be down to our left, down on the side of the penalty boxes. There's at least 10 of them here, maybe a bit more.
Well, they were all in town for Thanksgiving last week.
Exactly. You had 20 in town for Thanksgiving. They're all gone now. Big goalkeeper Diaz just barely able to keep it in play. That hit the stanchion, the last stanchion. As Bennett gets it to Vandegrift. Vandegrift tried to send it off the boards. But Paul is easily able to grab that. Now Tony Walls under some pressure from Herrera, gets it to Paulo, right back to Tony Walls, but it goes just a bit too far past him, and a great play by Paulo, gets that ball away from both Wave players, and then Bennett tries to take a shot that goes way up in the air and out of play. That was blocked.
Well, Paulo played himself into trouble. He had to play himself out of trouble there. You don't want to be losing the ball to Ian Bennett, 6 foot from goal.
Step back a bit as he's going to be Marcio Liete taking the restart. A long shot taken. Good save by Paulo. Bennett can't get the rebound, so it goes into the corner. Going down is Chamali. Still able to get it back to Santos. Now Liete further back. Looks like he wants to go off on a change, and he will.
Again, I'm not sure the Ambush have crossed halfway line in the last 5 minutes. It's been all Wave. And again, they're patient, looking for weaknesses. The Ambush can't get their press together. It's just exactly what they did last week. They're not flustered being down 1-0.
He is trying to send it all the way down, looking for Bradley, intercepted by JT. Looking for the touch to Babadia. Able to do so, and now Pepe has control. Off the boards, trying to find him again. Instead, it goes to Bradley high up in the air. Nice header. Now in front off the box. Chad Vader, or rather Pereira with a good chance.
Ambush living dangerously though.
JT able to push off of Santos. Pressured by Pereira, and he's held back, and that's going to be a foul on JT.
JT's arguing that he was fouled first. He's still arguing his case.
JT watching that pass over to Diaz. Instead, loose ball able to be picked up by Corey Adamson. Quick feet gets around Santos. Couldn't do the same to get around Grable. It goes off of his boot. Then Bouchard in there as well. Now to Oliveira. Good feed to Adamson. He's wide open, has a lot of speed to work. Corey Adamson cuts the inside, waits. Bouchard the shot right on, and an easy save for Rafa Diaz.
And just at one end, the Wave had their opportunities, and they're having another one here.
Olivier could knock it over. Beautiful feed from Ferdinand. You see he was held up just for a second. Now Corey Adamson couldn't get that shot, or that pass away, as it gets cleared out by the Wave.
Again, another opportunity goes begging for the Ambush there. Bouchard didn't realise he had the time he did. He was struggling to turn around to get his body behind to get a shot on goal. But just shot straight at Diaz.
St. Louis in Diaz's face after a long heave, able to find Bennett right on his boot. Now here's Herrera up against Dos Santos. Good boot by Dos Santos, and now the ball is in ambush possession. And that will end the first quarter. That's a good first quarter once again from the ambush as they lead the Wave 1-0 after one.
You know, again, it's like copy of last week. Keep saying it. The ambush, mildly fortunate.
We're GAF. We make roofing that protects against rain and shine. We protect hometowns and downtowns. We protect Sunday mornings and Sunday afternoons. We're a roof that saves energy and a roof that makes energy. We're the people behind the product and the ones on top of it. We protect what matters most. We're GAF.
Because they were in the exact same position last week. But new guy in the MC, well, I've been impressed with him. Football's football at the end of the day. But there are nuanced differences between this and the outdoor game, obviously. But, a couple of good tackles, that'll have settled him down a little bit and made him realise, yeah, I belong out here. He'll have done his confidence the world of good.
One thing it seems the ambush are doing well as of right now is keeping Ferdinand and both Bennett at bay as of right now.
They did it for 45 minutes.
We are new to the area, and my family's looking for a dentist.
For over 50 years, the Nicodem family has provided quality, affordable dentistry across St. Louis. We offer a $49 new patient special, including exam, routine cleaning, and bite wing x-rays. Imagine your new smile today at Nicodem Dental.
Games, but they never really dominated a full game. And against a team like Milwaukee, if you let your foot off the gas, even for 10 minutes, before you know it, it's 7-2 and you've lost the game.
Axel Duarte is not in the huddle with the rest of the team. He is sitting on the bench, but it's good news at least that he's on the bench and not back in the locker room.
Well, as you say, he kind of walked off under his own steam. I was more worried about Dos Santos, to be honest. When he went off, he looked in a bad shape. He wasn't putting any weight on his left ankle at all. But Duarte missed quite a bit of last season, and it makes you wonder if that's kind of playing on his mind. He's gingerly still nursing himself back to health to some degree.
We're just about to get started right back up here at the Family Arena as it's Star Wars night here.
No Baby Yoda though.
No Baby Yoda.
Disappointed with that, I've got to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. Diaz had to kind of finagle his way around all the characters to get back to his crease. We'll get started back up as Duduka will get this second quarter underway.
Who's got more hair, Stephen St. Louis or that Ewok?
It's very close. It's very. Who spends more time on their hair?
I tell you what, the Ewok's cute.
Oh, he's adorable. Great tradition. Third year we've seen the ambush doing this.
I mean, I'm 44 years of age next month. I love Star Wars. Everyone loves Star Wars.
Beautiful pass from Kochikov trying to find Duduka. He just couldn't put the finish on that, but that is a highlight reel pass from Kochikov. Now he'll get a second chance, and it whiffed on that one. Still bouncing around. Now Duduka tried to spin around shot. And that bounced up in the air and out of play.
Well, Duduka had the first opportunity after the overhead kick from Kochikov was on a play that just kind of steered it wide.
Diaz will get to start with the two ambush players deep as it bounces around Pereira, and a good steal from Pepe. Bobadilla able to get it to Duduka, and look how he's just using his body to shuffle down low.
He's a big guy to get around. He can protect that ball.
And it's the newcomer in the MC. Good play back to Paulo. And touched by Viega, and then Duduka just bounces off him, and that's going to be a foul. And that's where Duduka's size can play against him.
I'd like have another look at that. I mean, hands to the face usually draw a blue card. And if that's what the call was, in theory, Duduka should be going off for 2. He got the ball originally and then just kind of held him off with his hand.
Seems like he kept it low though, it wasn't around his face.
I think Duduka got away with one there. But that's things he's going to have to learn in this game.
Ferdinand trying to feed it to Bennett. Good play by Pouchard, able to keep it away. And Bobadilla back for Pouchard. They go back and forth with it. Bobadilla off the boards, trying to send it to JT. Can't get there in front as a diving Diaz, able to corral it.
Best move of the half for the ambush. That was very, very crisp passing with pace. And they've got the ball right back.
Niamsi able to get it through the legs of Diaz. Good job controlling it though. Then the heave forward is just going to go right back to the ambush as Ian Bennett went off for a change.
He's furious, Bennett. The ball was far too ahead of him. They had no chance to get it. And Bennett is the type of player that expects the ball at his feet.
And Corey Adamson challenging Bradley, and the Wave come away with it. Marcel Liete for Chamali. Chad Vandergriff out of Chaminade pulls it back to Diaz, and then we get a foul, and that's going to be on St. Louis.
Another one for Stephen St. Louis. Gotta start being careful.
Not much time gone by in this second quarter. Diaz waiting, then a long boot forward, trying to find Alex Bradley off the glass, and sends it over to the far side. Unable to get it right now is Pereira. Trying to get around St. Louis. Vandergriff knocks down, look like Bobadilla. No call there as the Wave will make some changes. And Dos Santos pulls right between the ambush defenders, but didn't get all that shot.
Santos, another big guy, very Duduka-esque in his build. Big boy, protects the ball well.
Bradley and Adamson go into the boards with it. Good play by Adamson, gets the better of that result. Goes over for Felipe, off the boards, fellow countryman Pepe, back to Paulo. Great ball movement by the ambush so far this second quarter as Walsh trying to get around Bradley, can't though.
Surprised Walsh didn't get called for a foul there, to be honest with you. The fact that Pereira kept the ball that wasn't called.
Pereira kind of gave a look to the referee after he passed the ball away. Diaz will wait a little longer with it. Able to move it over, and then Duduka was pressuring him, able to speed him up enough, and that's going to be
someone off the stomach. I mean, the ball was there for Diaz to kick it away, but he just took a chunk out of Duduka's stomach at the same time.
Duduka down, and Diaz calls for somebody to perhaps come and get a look at him, but
I think he's winded, honestly. I think the ball was there, Diaz kicked it away, but as he was kicking it, Duduka ran in and tried to chest it down. Just one of them things. Promising start though to the second quarter by the ambush, honestly, and there seems to be a theme that the Wave will sit back and see what you're about and try and wear you down.
Everton was saying some, I believe, to Diaz after Duduka made his way to the bench, as Everton not happy about something during that exchange. Paul is sending it all the way into the corner looking for JT, able to find him. JT almost looked like a handball, but able to cleanly get it to Pepe.
That's what JT does best though. I mean, he took the ball in the corner, there wasn't much on. Santos was battling with him, but JT came away with the ball, and a great sliding tackle there by Pepe. Able
to get possession back, and now here's Vadim Kochikov. Moving forward it slowly to Pepe. Move down to JT, and then Diaz is down. It just went past him, and then JT gets kicked, and that's going to be a blue card. That's what Everton was mad about the first time, and this time Diaz will get called for it.
Well, that was a foul. The first one on Duduka I didn't think was a foul. JT got absolutely battered there.
Beautiful opportunity for the ambush, and what looked originally like a good slide by Diaz, got the ball away out of the crease and got it out of harm's way.
I think Diaz, that's what Diaz was arguing about. He's like, I got the ball.
So a giant opportunity here for the ambush. Their first power play of the night. As McGee and Duduka are lined up. Make a change, and here comes Tony Walls, along with Pepe, St. Louis, and as mentioned before, McGee and Duduka.
Scoring sensation, Tony Walls with his 3 points on the...
Oh, Duduka, great point, Walls almost got it. Then kept out by Chamali. Ambush keep possession though. That was a very smart play by Duduka. Had everybody feel.
She had me fueled. I was like, what? Oh, I loved it. That had gone in.
Duduka tried to feed it through a lot of traffic. Liete able to steal it away, and here he comes. Marcio Liete up to Ian Bennett, short-handed. Bennett cutting towards the middle. A slide tackle made by St. Louis and forces Bennett to take a shot wide. Ambush get the ball right back. They have 1:29 left on the power play.
And Bennett, I think he thought that should have been a foul when St. Louis slid in and slid in front of him, but St. Louis didn't get any of the ball, didn't get any of the man either. He just kind of slid in right in front of Bennett and put him off from the shot.
Duduka, a long shot, diving save by Diaz, able to be knocked away by Stuart Grable. Long cleared attempt settled by Pepe. Pepe with Bennett deep. He working his way back to Pepe. As the power play gets set up, Pepe and Duduka go back and forth. Now down for Tony Walls. Walls leads the team in goals. Over to Duduka. Back to Pepe. And now McGee again to Tony Walls. Great passing, and so he was trying to send it in front to St. Louis off the boards. But once again cleared by the Wave.
Like Tony Walls, smart player. You know, he saw nothing was wrong, but he tried to make something happen there. Just a little back heel against the boards. And you know, he's a journeyman player in this league. He just knows where the boards are, and he's able to do that.
Pepe with just a bit left on the power play, took a long shot. 10 seconds remain as Pepe keeps it in to St. Louis. St. Louis off the boards, trying to feed it to Duduka in front. Great steal by Liete. It's going to be a race for him. McGee will easily get there first, as out of the box is Herrera. He was serving the minor, and St. Louis able to push Herrera back a little bit, and able to give it for Paulo. Tony Walls able to fight off the man. Great feed forward to Bouchard. In the ambush had a 3-on-1. Now it's Bobadilla. Bobadilla waits, looking for that outlet pass. Able to find McGee. Now to Paulo.
That's halfway, Paulo.
He definitely thought about it. Now it goes to JT for Bouchard. Down for JT again, and he loses it to Chamali, but and there's the blue card, and right after we go back to 5-on-5 play, Ambush once again head to the power play.
I kind of missed that. He's not going to lie down. He's not going to lie down, Vega. I expect 2 minutes.
And we have official timeout.
He's going to give it to those officials for 2 minutes sat in that box.
And look, he already is. And now, of course, the timeout happens, so they have to go over.
Car wash, car wash. Car wash.
eavesdropping on him like this.
Bennett had a chance there to actually get the short-handed goal in the first one. You just killed one penalty. Don't put your team back in the hole. 7.5 minutes to go in the half again. Even though I said last week that Everton would be happy to get in at half-time with the lead, I still don't think one goal is enough. But he'll take a 1-0 lead going in. It's an important 7.5 minutes this for the Ambers.
It was already 0 for 1 on the power plays. We discussed, but a lot of pressure and a lot of great passing exhibited by the Ambush so far in this second quarter. They're really making the wave chase them.
Absolutely, and the last 7-8 minutes of the first quarter, it was all wave, and I expected an onslaught in the second quarter. It hasn't really come. The Ambush have slowed it down, settled down, and managed to curtail the wave a little bit in their attacks. And obviously, having a man advantage for 4 minutes is a tonic in that regard.
On the power play once again, it's Duduka and Pepe up top. McGee, St. Louis, and Tony Walls are the three men down low. Tony Walls can't get around Grable. Grable pushes forward, able to get it past Pepe, and they'll hold up. They kill some time. Only 20 seconds gone by on the power play. It's Duduka. The Pepe feeds it just a bit too far and tried to send it in front to Tony Walls. Now Grable able to sneak around Pepe and clear it all the way down. Ambush making some changes. Felipe comes out for Tony Walls. Duduka down to Felipe. Great pass down to St. Louis. Looking in front for Pepe, and the pass across the crease. But no one was home. As now McGee off the glass in front. And Pepe couldn't get there. Ambush still have possession though. McGee. Cross field now down low. St. Louis off the boards in front looking for Pepe. Great diving play by Rafa Diaz though.
Kind of having snapshots, the Ambush. Not really had a real good goal-scoring opportunity. They're kind of snapping at it, snatching at it. I think the Ambush know how important the second goal would be, and they're rushing it. They're not taking their time and making a real quality goal-scoring opportunity here.
St. Louis down low in the corner with 26 seconds left on the power play. Duduka off the boards in front. Pepe looking for it. Just barely misses him though. It's cleared up in the air. Better miscommunication between Felipe and McGee. McGee to Felipe. Down low, Duduka tried to pass in front. St. Louis. Down goes Chamali. A shot taken by McGee. Then Pepe the shot. Duduka hard shot. And Pepe again and a diving save by Rafa Diaz.
That was an excellent save.
Back at full strength. McGee to St. Louis. And he's going to slow it down, send it all the way back to Paulo. So the Ambush 0 for 2 on the power play, but they've had their share of chances on the man advantage.
That was the goal scoring chance there. It was an excellent save. Rafa Diaz there was equal to it.
Duke does a nice job holding off the wave. Now Pouchard, long shot, that gets deflected off a man.
It came off McGee, I think.
He did raise his hand right away. I think just telling him it was off him. Paulo didn't see it. I don't think. He's arguing with the ref. He doesn't like that call at all, but regardless of the way to start with it. Just over 5 to play here in the first half. Diaz a big toe forward, but that just curves a bit too much on him. The Ambush get it in their own end.
That's good, and he's kind of up there on his own, and just couldn't find him, kind of sliced the ball into the crowd. It's been quiet this first half, Ferdinand. But there's nothing quiet about that, as he harried Paulo.
Paulo, good play, able to get it up to Nyamsi. back on Nyamsi, gonna have room to work with it. Has to get around Chino. With Babadia. And Tony Walls. Just back to Paulo. Paulo long feet up, able to find JT cleanly. And then back for Nyamsi. And Tony Walls go back and forth. Bouchard down for JT, trying to set it in front. Babadia able to knock down the wave player, then Bouchard in there, but the ball was rolling away from the net. Here comes Pereira. Great play by Nyamsi. Forward to JT. Now Babadia has some space to JT in front, and it bounces off his foot. The best chance so far for the ambush.
JT will run that back. I mean, the ball was fired at him. He's got to try and take that down and do better.
Another pass from Diaz just barely goes out of play. Is really trying to find that perfect corner to hit off that bounce. Pass just a bit too far from Paul, and now Villegas spinning around, takes a shot. Good block from the back of Pepe. Clears it all the way forward to St. Louis. Stefan St. Louis holds on to it now to Corey Adamson. Adamson gets knocked down, no call.
No need for a call, he's still got the ball. I don't think it really was a foul anyway, but the ambush got the ball, keep going.
Pepe and Felipe back and forth. Down low to Pepe. Pepe pushes forward past Viega, and then Adamson was closing in, but Diaz is able to hold on to it. No problem there. Long heave forward. Oliveira at the yellow line pulls up, and the rest of his team finally catches up as they make some changes.
Everyone take a breath. I mean, we haven't had a couple of minutes there. The ambush again, another opportunity, and the ball just squeaks by along that goal line, and Rafa Diaz was able to get it away, and that blocked by Pepe at the other end of the field.
Shot taken by Herrera as he just completely missed that. Now Pepe going up against Chad Vandegrift. Gets away from him and Herrera. Back for Paul, and he has a lot of space to work as the ambush made some changes. Out is Vadim Kochikov as well as Duduka. Paul will hold with it. Now McGee with 2 minutes left here in the first half. Ambush lead 1-0 off the goal in the first quarter by Duduka. Bit of a not so typical goal, if you will, as it kind of rolled down his body as him and Diaz were tied up. Both of them wanted the foul, and both big guys, both over 220.
It wasn't a typical goal, but as soon as it crosses that line, it counts. And Duduka will take it. You know, at the end of the year, that's on the stat sheet as a goal.
And Vadim having to get away from Bradley and Chamali. Now Duduka with it, able to hold on to it, and the ambush just playing catch with it back and forth. Felipe has to back up with it. Now McGee. They're being pressured closely by Stuart Grable. Grable able to get to Ferdinand, but then it's stolen by Bouchard. Bouchard, nice touch up to Duca. Beautiful behind the back pass to Felipe. The ambusher just keeping this ball alive with them.
A little bit of Brazilian samba football there from Pepe, Felipe, Duduka.
Now it's Nyamsi. Fresh off the bench, a nice play by Nyamsi. Able to get to the outside, it goes to JT Thomas.
Pass it back to Paolo. Pass it back to Paolo. You know what? Run some time off that clock. Get in the locker room. You know, touch one, it stays 1-0. And Nyamsi gives the ball away, but then Ferdinand knocks it over to Bennett, but can't keep it in bounds. So yeah, 26 seconds, get in the locker room, 1-0 lead. Take a breath, regroup. The ambush have played well this second quarter though, so lots to be positive about.
Ball trying to send it to JT, and then Vadim, tight on Diaz, trying to distract him, and Tony Walls tried to back foot it, no use. Great shot by Bennett, rebounded, it hits the post. Two great chances by Ian Bennett, he misses both of them. Very uncharacteristic, it goes all the way down. Vadim, the spin around chance, and Diaz clears it away to end a crazy first half as the Ambush walk away after one half with a 1-0 lead.
Well, when Tony Walls there tries to flick his ankle back to that ball and misses it, and the ball ends up with Ian Bennett there wide open.
Business owners who are going through a divorce have some really unique circumstances that they have to account for, which is what is the value of their business. That can be a big issue in a divorce matter. That can be really important to have a business valuator on board to really look at the value of that business. And then on top of that, it can be really difficult in terms of child support calculations, in terms of determining spousal maintenance when somebody owns a business, because at the end of the day, there's lots of passive income that can
did you remember to set out the trash?
In the direction of the business owner, and so it's really important to work with friends.
And I'm sure you remember that tomorrow's our anniversary, right?
To make sure that child support and spousal maintenance is being calculated.
Oh, did you remember to notify Missouri One Call to have the underground utilities marked?
I forgot. But I need to do that before we get started.
Fred, there are some things in this world you should never forget, and that's one of them.
You're right.
For over 50 years, the Nicodem family has provided quality, affordable dentistry across St. Louis.
Right now, Nicodem Dental is offering single tooth, simple extraction for only $99. Don't suffer another minute. Call us today.
Imagine your new smile today at Nicodem Dental.
Gold's Gym. Experience change.
Shop smarter. The Schnucks Rewards app puts hundreds of exclusive new coupons in your hand each week. Get the app that gets you.
Broken bone? Ankle sprain? Muscle strain? Fix it fast, fix it right. At Orthopedics Now. Signature Orthopedics After Hours Walk-In Clinic. At 2 convenient locations in South County and West County. Visit afterhoursortho.com.
Hello Ambush fans, this is Lucas Almeida from your St. Louis Ambush.
He takes a shot, he shoots, he scores! Lucas Almeida, are you kidding me?
Today I'm here to talk about our friends at Stange Law Firm. If you or anyone you know is facing a divorce or in need of compassionate family law representation, the team of attorneys at Stange Law Firm can help. Stange Law Firm has been a proud supporter of Ambush Soccer since 2016 and is here to help you rebuild your life.
Lost faith in your team. What are you guys going to work on in practice so that maybe the next game can be a little less of a nail-biter for us?
Number one, finishing. Number two, making sure that this guy doesn't have to stand on his head the way he did the entire game.
Shot taking, good block by Paulo. Palmer sends it in front. Nacho and Gibson a good chance. Rodriguez with 50 seconds left. Gibson cuts in and an unbelievable save by Paulo as he is standing tall.
It's time to rethink fitness. We pioneered the fitness industry. Now, we're redefining it. Through the power of service and personalization, the power of community and innovation, and above all, the power of promise. We have more than 50 years of experience to power yours. Gold's Gym. Experience change.
Hello, Ambush fans. This is Chef Larry G., owner of Championship Catering. We serve the most amazing food for your wedding, corporate event, or just about any occasion. We are recognized as one of St. Louis's top caterers by Small Business Monthly. Check us out online at championshipcatering.com or call me, Chef Larry G, at 314-606-9520. And let's plan your party.
No matter your sport, no matter your injury, we're on your team. The physicians of Signature Orthopedic Sports Medicine will get you back in the game. We're in your neighborhood, right where you need us. Visit signaturesportsmed.com.
We're GAF. We make roofing that protects against rain and shine. We protect hometowns and downtowns. We protect sun.
Diego waits as a change is made. Out comes Chamali. He drops off and Viega for Liete. Ferdinand's down low though. It was stolen by Pepe, and here come the ambush the other way. Getting it to Vadim Kochikov. Almost loses his balance, able to get to McGee though.
And Pepe's pass there was a little behind Kochikov, and it made Vadim go off balance there. He'd like the ball a little forward of where he was running into, but the ambush did well to keep possession here.
Faking the shot, then getting it to Niamsi. Niamsi having to get around Ferdinand. A beautiful play, able to get around him once, beats him a second time, and Ferdinand's in the dust. Able to get to Baba Diaz. Shot in a good left-hand save by Diaz. Now Pushar fakes a shot now to Duduka. Smart play by Duduka, sending it all the way back. Walls will just lead it for Paulo. And the ambush turned forward with it. Niamsi and Paulo going back and forth. Great play by Niamsi, just making the wave players fall in his tracks.
He looks like a team veteran, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Really impressed with his first game so far. Of course, you know, you can't scout a player. If you're the Wave, they know nothing about him, so they've got to figure him out. And Pashar is going to be lucky here. Raised arm there.
23, Jonathan Pashar. His first.
Chino's arguing it was the hands to the face, but I don't think it was that high. But Pashar has to be careful.
Oliviera shuffling, trying to get around JT, able to get down the near side off the glass, and it hits Tony Walls in the head. Then a long shot taken by Stuart Grable, or Wadebach rather. And that's a weird bounce, goes over Apollo and into the net. And we have a tie game.
Well, I think it just caught a deflection, a bit of top spin there. Made the ball pop up and the top spin let it dip down, hit the underside of the bar, and it's 1-1. A little afters there from Chino and Paolo. Let's see what happened here.
It looks like it hit Babadia, and that bounce caused the bounce.
And they give it some top spin as well and let the ball not only go up but dip down real quickly, hit the underside of the bar. And we're all square.
As Wiedebach gets his first of the season. Chamali can't work it out. McGee turns it over. In the corner, beautiful pass back to Pepe. Pepe can't get around Marcio Liete, so it goes back to Corey Adamson. Bennett pressuring. Good play to Adamson. Lost in his feet briefly, then up to Chamali. It'll be a race for it, but Chamali will feed it to Viega before JT can get there.
You know, and the message would have been from Everton, keep it tight. Don't let them equalize in the first 10 minutes. That was probably the message last week and this week, and yet here we are.
Chino, a nice pass down to Chamali. Good steal by Pepe. Pepe getting away, trying to beat off of Chino, and he does so successfully as now Pepe goes down. Chamali stealing from Niamsi. Now Bradley. Alex Bradley, the Englishman, a good play. Able to get to Chino. Now to Oliveira. Cuts away from Pepe. The shot taken and a good block in front by Niamsi. Not all the way out though. Viega, the shot blocked in front. Perhaps tried to be tipped by Alex Bradley. But instead Vadim takes over. Nice play, just cleaner to some open field in the ambush change.
And the momentum's totally swung again, hasn't it? The wave are all over the ambush here.
Another good block by Niamsi as the ambush still leading in shots 11-6.
I swear this is like last week's game. The ambush needs to change the narrative here, and here comes McGee.
Great play by McGee, just shot it wide. He had a great play to beat Liete on the near side. Now here's Ian Bennett, and he has a lot of speed moving forward. It's a 3-on-1 to Santos. Back to Ian Bennett, the shot. Great save by Paulo, cleared away by Baladia. Now here comes St. Louis.
Impressive save by Paulo, even better follow-up to clear the ball away. Was that Pepe on the afters? But 3-on-1 there for the Wave. And they'll be upset they're not leading this game right now.
And Chamali back in his own end. Duca back there as well with Pepe and Vadim Kochikov. Long pass forward. Good play by Stuart Grable. Over to Chino. Ferdinand outside touch to Wiedebach. And Chamali working down. Chino off the boards in front, and a good play by Paulo, able to beat Chamali to it. Ambush making some changes. JT wide open. Paulo, I don't think saw him originally, as he was coming right off the bench.
Might not saw him, but he certainly heard him. JT was screaming for that ball.
Wiedebach slows it down and will go off for changes. The Wave make wholesale changes. Just about halfway through this third quarter, as Andrew Wiedebach has the equalizer here for the Wave early in the third quarter. And Pereira able to get to Viega and then down low into the corner. Trying to go up against Pepe and then stolen by Babadia. And now Pepe under a lot of pressure. Stolen, taken by Oliveira, and he blows that past Paulo. And the Wave have their first lead of the game with just 8 minutes left in the third.
The defense has to give the attack a chance. And they're not going to do it with little lapses of focus. They just let the Wave in right there.
Looks like we'll have an official timeout. Good timed one for the ambushes. They find themselves trailing in what continues to just slowly move.
Fred, did you remember to set out the trash?
Still pressuring, still getting some good steals away, and really keeping
and
the
I'm
Wave
sure you
at
remembered
bay.
that tomorrow's our
At times
anniversary,
in front.
right?
Sure I did, honey.
Again, but they're playing a dangerous game.
Oh, did you remember to notify Missouri 1 call to have the underground utilities marked?
I forgot. But I need to do that before we get started.
Fred, there are some things in this world you should never forget, and that's one of them.
You're right.
It's deja vu. It's deja vu. This is exactly what happened in the last game, and you just think that the ambush is slowly getting it together. They had a really solid last 10, 15 minutes of the first half. You think, okay, this could be different, and then boom, right out the traps in the second half. The Wave put up 2 quick goals, and they can do it. It's no surprise, but if you're an ambush player, you sometimes wonder if what's going through their head. Are they like, oh, here we go again? But they have to have the mentality shift that they can get over this hump with this Milwaukee Wave team. With no Andre Haim, with no Robert Renaud in the lineup, and with the Wave having played last night, there is no better time to have a real go at this team. But like the wily old characters that they are, the Wave will not be. They will not crumble. They're not going to give you an easy game to play.
You also have a Wave team with a chip on their shoulder after last night, which is something I don't think the ambush see a lot.
You have to think that. I mean, great game by the Florida Tropics last night, but this could be 3 here.
And Ian Bennett just gets a beautiful feed over from Liete and just waits, great patience, just lifts it over Paulo.
That's been coming from Ian. He's had his chances tonight. He was hungry. He was hungry, and he's had ones go wide and high and blocked and saved. He wasn't going to be denied there.
Hey fans, it's your last chance to purchase bags of apples from Schnucks Apple Twas at the end
It's
of
going
the
to
third
be Ian
quarter.
Bennett's 3rd on the year in as many games.
Well, it wasn't an overhead kick, so it doesn't impress me.
Exactly. Now he can play around with it, I think he thinks. Once he gets that first one, then he gets all his confidence. Vadim, a good play to knock it away. Here's Puchar. Puchar pulls away from Chumali. Kuchkov thought about shooting instead off the boards over to St. Louis, and he was trying to beat Diaz. Ball gets knocked loose, and here comes Alex Bradley, one-on-one with Tony Walls. Bradley, a long shot wide.
And now as the ambush have to go for it, they've got no choice. They've got to go for it. They've got to come out of their shell. They're going to get picked apart at the back, and it could be an absolute carbon copy of. I keep using the words carbon copy because I've gone all the way to say it, but the Milwaukee Wave really can step on the throat, just like they did last week.
This ball got knocked out by the Wave. Alex Bradley knocking down. As Paulo, a long heave trying to find Duduka. Good play to win it to Pepe. Pepe under a lot of pressure though. 2 men against the boards, and Pereira comes away with it. Now to Oliveira. To the middle to Liete. And then back for the goalkeeper, Rafa Diaz, who has been perfect since that early goal. Ball gets deflected, and stepping forward is Babadia trying to get to it, but he knocks down Bennett, and that is going to be a foul on the ambush.
Yeah, Ian Bennett just snuck in there a bit before Diego, and Diego got a little toe end on Ian and took him down. It was. You say that Diaz has been perfect, and he has. He's spilled a lot for me. He's give up a few rebounds. If I'm Everton, I'm telling our guys, shoot on sight. Let him make rebounds, because at some point he's going to spill one to one of our guys. Shoot on sight on this guy.
And we're going back and forth between their defenses. Now Paula will step forward with it. Gets it to Bobadilla and then back for McGee. Under a lot of pressure, Paulo tries to send it forward. Headed in by Bennett. Liete. Try to feed it down low for Max Ferdinand. Still not out though. Oliveira, long shot, and that goes right on, staying on the ground for Paulo. Pushing forward with it now is Bobadilla. Able to get to St. Louis. St. Louis waits. Then the pass to McGee. McGee waits. Then the shot taken, blocked in front by, I believe, Stuart Grable. And Oliveira up to Alex Bradley. Bradley waits and off the boards in front, trying to find Pereira. Paulo wants to keep this game going and then getting knocked down.
Chino just ran into the back of Bobadilla there. Bobadilla. In a team full of Mexicans, Bobadilla's from Holland, Michigan.
Sends it all the way forward, right to Diaz. Easy grab for him. Five minutes left now in this third quarter. Good feed forward, trying to find Pereira, and then Bobadilla was all over him, so Santos had to step forward. And it's Santos again. And Chamali knocks it back for Diaz, and back to Chamali. Feeding down the boards is Santos. Santos in a race for it, took a shot that goes far off the glass. And Bennett touched away from him by Pepe.
And Santos just ran right around this field with the ball. He moves quick for a big man.
Wave looking to make some changes, looks like, as their door's half open. Adamson almost stole it from Diaz.
Adamson just trying to make something happen. You know, fair play to him. Someone has to try and be that spark, be that energy, make something happen. You know, because this third quarter has been all Wave.
So it was declared knocked out on the Wave, so it'll be ambush ball. Pepe to start with it. Nice little touch by Pepe to St. Louis. Right back to Pepe for the one-timer. Just went wide. Ambush keep possession, though. It's Felipe. Spins around, and they're set up. Adamson and St. Louis down low. Touchdown to Corey Adamson, trying to get to Felipe. It's still bouncing in the box. And then Tony Walls is going to clear it away from Ian Bennett. Pepe knocked down, and then that's going to be a foul on Chino.
But the Wave will do that. They'll sit back. They'll sit back and they'll invite you forward. But as soon as you make an error and lose possession, they are going to hit you on the counter. They did that last week, and that's the game plan this week.
Good play by Tony Wall. Sends it in front. St. Louis looking for the header. Didn't get all that, though. As Felipe still has possession, though. Now Liete takes it away from it in the corner. And it's cleared all the way down by Rafa Diaz.
There's a little chance there for St. Louis. The ball came to him very quickly off that pass from Tony Walls, but there's still a chance.
Walls is taken down, no call. Ambush in the fans. One is. Here comes Ian Bennett with Pepe, or against Pepe. Oliveira loses it to Paulo. Paulo looking, able to find Vadim Kochikov. Long pass up, takes the shot, blocked by Liete through his legs. Then Kochikov comes at Diaz, and that is going to be a blue card on Diaz, on Kochikov, as he went after Diaz, and he is hurt.
Vadim just a little step too late there. Going into Diaz, he's arguing his case. I can see his point of view. He thinks the ball's there to be won, but you know, just that split second earlier, Diaz has got it. You know, and as soon as the goalkeeper's got two hands on the ball, he's got possession, he's got control of the ball, and Vadim has to pull out of that. I feel for Vadim there. He thinks the ball's there to be got, but that split second earlier, as soon as Diaz has got two hands on the ball, he's got to pull out.
And the Ambush are now in a GK Union and penalty kill.
Rafa still down, slow to get back to his feet, as the backup for the Wave is Matt Eisold, and he is ready and waiting just in case, but it looks like Diaz is just gonna walk it off. He had a couple rough bumps last game against the ambush, and nothing seemed to shake him from the net.
You know, he's
one
fine.
Tough guy.
You know, with Lemos injured, this is Diaz's time. You know, he's not going to come off that field willingly. You know, I think if he had a broken leg, he'd probably still want to play. This is his time.
It goes to Villegas. The Wave have their first power play of the night. Villegas can't get around Felipe, and then Walls is able to knock it away. They'll start back up with it again, the Wave.
The ambush have to be strong here. What happened last week is that the Milwaukee Wave passed it around for about a minute 50 seconds, took time off the clock, and then scored in the last 10 seconds of the power play. The ambush have to be real strong here.
McGee can't clear it away from Liete. Liete from Villegas takes a shot, and a good leg save by Paul. Goes down to his knees for that one. Ian Bennett gets it back though. Cuts to the middle, and a good save by Paulo against the glass. McGee being pressured, able to get it away, then pushed down. That's going to be a foul on, looks like Marcio Liete.
Good work by McGee. You know, I don't think McGee was going to get the ball and run the length of the field and score. There wasn't much on for McGee, but he got something out of it. He got a free kick out of it. And when there's nothing on, you just want your players to get something out of the situation, and he got a free kick. Good heads-up play by McGee there. Killed a couple of seconds off this PK.
Only 45 seconds remain as that bouncing ball from Paulo looking for St. Louis goes out of play. Liete able to knock that forward for Villegas. They just walk into the ambush zone with it. For Ian Bennett, 30 seconds on Vadim's penalty.
You know, a fourth. Oh.
And still Felipe trying to get away from Villegas. Look for that back pass. Not enough on it, though, to get to Tony Walls. Ian Bennett pressuring the shot, and that misses everything wide and goes out of play into the netting.
I do think a fourth here, as much as the Wave would take it, will be very harsh on the ambush. But it's a tale of two cities here. You've got a city that can't take its chances against a team that hasn't had many shots, yet they've converted enough to take a 3-1 lead here in the third quarter.
Just 5 seconds remaining on the GK Union penalty kill.
And the ambush are full strength.
Actually, saying that, the Wave have actually had more shots now than the ambush.
So back at full strength, the Wave makes some changes. Only 30 seconds left here in this third quarter. Off the boards, able to find Ian Bennett, and back for Liete. Bennett up against Pepe, and a good shot, good save by Paulo, able to keep it away from Ferdinand as he came in tight on the box, and a good timeout from Paulo with just 10 seconds left.
Off the clock that they don't have to face the ambush attack. It's 2 minutes off the clock that gets them 2 minutes closer to winning this game as it stands.
Looks like Douglas Dos Santos is on the bench and not in the huddle, as we've not seen him much since he got hurt. He was able to make a couple shifts, but that is not good news for the ambush defense.
No, not at all. And you know, now you mention it, I haven't seen him out here make a shift in the second half. A big loss to the ambush defense. You know, you're up against it against Ian Bennett anyway. You know, you need all hands on deck.
So the ambush will get to start with it after their own timeout. Long heave trying to find St. Louis. A good header by Viega. Still high up in the air. Pepe tried to send it towards the middle of the box, but that will end the rest of the third quarter as the Wave push ahead, and they now lead 3-1.
May as well just play the tape from last week. Whatever I said last week, I'll say here. You know, the ambush, this is the start of the 4-game homestand for the ambush. We play Kansas City on the 15th.
Shop smarter. The Schnucks Rewards app puts hundreds of exclusive new coupons in your hand each week. Get the app that gets you.
Baltimore, perennial strong team in the East. And then the next home game for Milwaukee is the 31st.
Shop smarter. The Schnucks Rewards app organizes your shopping list by aisle, remembers what you like, and is always with you. Get the app that gets you.
3 games on the slate after this. We've got 2 against the Comets on the 15th and the 31st, and sandwiched in the middle is an East-West matchup. My first look at the Tacoma Stars. So a team we don't see here in St. Louis very often. But maybe getting away from your Milwaukees, your Floridas, your Uticas. Maybe a change is as good as a rest. A different opponent, a new opponent. And we'll see what we can do against Tacoma as well. We had a lot of good games last year against KC. You know, it was a close game on Sunday. I think we'll welcome them and see what we can do against them in the next couple of weeks. And this game's not over too, Patrick. I mean, it's a tough ask. We've given ourselves a mountain to climb here, the ambush. But one goal gets us right back in this game. We can create opportunities. We just can't stick them away right now. That's the ambush's issue.
That was a pretty good throw.
And still during the middle of timeout, break in between the third and fourth as they finish the apple toss here. We'd like to remind everybody that the MASL now has a podcast. You can join host Craig Elson as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to the past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. And also, on side of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all of the MASL action.
Use promo code AMBUSH online for a buy one, get one free cheese stick.
iHeartRadio.
The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Stay posted.
There's a wave during this break between the third and the fourth. Head back into their locker room. Briefly ambushing the corner. As Dos Santos is still on the bench for the ambush like he was during that timeout with just 10 seconds left.
Feel for him. I mean, he as I say, he's an integral part of the team here, and he's played really well since he's come into the squad from joining us from Harrisburg.
And here come the Wave as they emerge from their locker room.
The ambush, they look a little dejected here, like what do we have to do to get past Rafa Diaz? You know, Tony Walls is trying to rile them up. Tony Walls is like, come on, guys.
Diaz, last Wave player to make his way onto the field as he works his goalie gloves on. It's going to be St. Louis with Kochikov, and it'll be Puchar up front with them as well. And the official whistle, and we are underway to start this fourth and final quarter with the Wave up 3-1 on the ambush.
Very telling that Niamsi starts starts his fourth quarter. I mean, that's the esteem that Everton's got on this lad.
And Niamsi will be the one to start with it after going out of play on the Wave. Paula pulls them forward. Good shot up, trying to find St. Louis, just barely bounces over him, and Diaz had him still make a save on that.
Well, St. Louis was, he was saying he was being pushed from behind, he was trying to get the ball, but the referee was having none of that. Kodjikov with the foul.
Ambush foul. Number 8, Vadim Kodjikov, his third of the half.
As I say, seems like his third of the he's going to have to start pulling back a bit.
Just touched by Chino, trying to get around Kochikov. Kochikov took him down, no call. It's now Bradley pressuring Paulo, and they are able to cleanly get that away. Niamsi all the way forward, trying to find Duduka, and good play by Diaz to push forward, knocks that out of harm's way. Niamsi, Bradley on him, along with Chino, lifts it over both of them, and then that's going to be a foul on Alex Bradley.
That was on number 14, Alex Bradley, his first.
The Ambush have to make something happen pretty quickly. One goal will make the difference.
Paulo's now made his way past the midway marker.
He likes a shot, does Paulo.
He'll take a shot and right on, easy save by Diaz to turn that away. Paulo backs up, and now he will slowly creak forward. And Pepe getting it down low, trying to find Vadim, and then Vadim trying to get to Duduka, goes off his head, and then cleared all the way down by Viega.
Well, Paulo was on the score sheet last week against Kansas City. We know he's got it in him. But sometimes I think when Paulo goes forward, he leaves the back door open a little ways. But right now, we've got nothing to lose.
They pass it around up top now, down low to Duduka. He couldn't settle that right, then took out Olivier right from under him. And they try to send that all the way down. That was Liete.
I think Oliveira had a case there that he was fouled.
And stepping forward is Paulo knocking down Pereira, and he is in pain as he went down hard to the ground.
Paulo's got every right to go for that ball, in my opinion. I mean, he got the ball, but he did get Pereira all the way too.
He hit that ground hard, and here at the Family Arena, rather, right under this turf is just solid concrete. As he heads off, will be Liete at the restart at the top. Three-man wall set up for the ambush. Liete looks for the pass over to Ferdinand, and he keeps it on the ground, goes far side. A beautiful shot by Max Ferdinand. And it's 4-1 for the Milwaukee Wave.
Sharp finish by Max Ferdinand. Knew exactly what he was doing, kept it low, pinpoint into the corner. Paulo was going to his right, couldn't dive back to his left. Ferdinand knew it, slid it right past him.
So the Wave going to make full changes as Ambush making some as well. St. Louis will once again start back up, and finding himself on the field once again is the man in his first game, Niamsi.
Makes you wonder with Almeida being out if the Ambush will have a sixth attacker, or they'll just stick with Paulo here at this point and just give Paulo license to get forward.
Puchar pressured by Chumali, able to get away from him. Good play, and he gets the ball right back from Paulo. And Chumali able to take it as Walls got picked away from the ball. Walls pressure, now Duduka comes in, knocks Chumali a little off balance, and the Wave wanted a call, but Just a little tap.
Chamali did really well there. He kept possession. He knew it was more important to keep possession, even if it meant going backwards. Time is on the Wave side. They just keep the ball. I just say keep the ball, and then Santos loses it under his footing.
Duca started up. And Niamsi. Old Niamsi going up against Chino. And Ferdinand loses it from Niamsi. And Niamsi wants the... So they went out on the Wave, but...
Yeah, he did. I think he did. He went off Ferdinand's arm. He's arguing, but I don't think he's got much of a case there, Max Ferdinand.
He's just got a little smirk looking at Adamson.
He knew. But you know what? If you don't appeal for it, you can't get it. So it's worth a shot.
McGee, pressure by Chamali, just sends it back for Paulo, and once again here he comes creeping past the midfield point. Gets it to Pachar. Pachar fakes the shot, trying to get around Chino, and then spins around. Good play to get back to Paulo, and now Niamsi. McGee to Paulo. Paulo, the long shot taken, a good block there by Pereira. There's Chamali able to break that away from him, and now Ferdinand waiting for the touch. He gets it stolen right from under him from Corey Adamson. Adamson up against Santos, and Santos got the better of that, but now it's Niamsi. Great touch to get around two Wave.
Adamson against Santos does not seem a fair fight.
No, not at all. McGee and Koshikov going back and forth now. St. Louis, great touch around one man, takes a shot hard off the glass, just wide. Less than 10 minutes remain in this game as it goes off the boards in front. A good play by Stuart Grable, able to clear that out of harm's way. And Tony Walls for St. Louis, gets around a man, takes a shot, and Stuart Grable blocks that one. Paulo has to race back for it.
Very compact, the Wave here. Very, very disciplined. Keeping their shape well. Good save by Diaz. Punch it away, and here come the Wave. It's 2 against 1 with Santos blasting up the outside. Pereira off the post.
Just missed him. Paulo had to race back for that. Able to get back in time, but shocking the Wave didn't try and go for the net there. They've tried that a couple times and have missed by quite a bit.
Well, they're gonna sit back, keep their shape, sit back, and then counter attack. Pereira, here we go.
Bennett tried to get a shot, and Paulo dives forward, able to knock that away as Bennett was ready to fire that in.
And I thought there was going to be 5 there. I'm resigned. Oh, here we go.
Nadim goes up against Olivier, and he's going to get the call. As Kotkov went down, was in a little bit of discomfort.
Wave foul, number 18. Alonso Romero, his first.
Nice touch, able to find Pepe, then back for Paulo. And Pepe moves forward, but not until Paulo is able to touch it. Niamsi waits. Niamsi looking, cut into the outside, able to get it to Tony Walls and keeps it away from the ambush, or Wave rather. Good play. All the way back for Paulo. Niamsi pressured by Liete, touchback. Pepe for Paulo. Niamsi into the corner, finds Adamson. Adamson able to cut towards the middle, the shot taken, and that just goes wide.
Good work by Adamson there, made something out of nothing really.
We have official timeout on the field.
China's going to be called out for that, but before the ambush get the ball back, we will have an official timeout with 7:51 left.
4-1. The Wave aren't really going for the throw, but they're sitting back, as I say, waiting for their opportunities, waiting for the counters. They've had a couple, as you said, they've had a couple of opportunities, 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s. Again, that's what they did last week, and it worked to their advantage. Makes me wonder if Everton at some point is going to pull Paolo off for the 6th attacker, or, you know, the way Paolo can get forward and rip shots away, he might just stick with him. but you always know if the ambush bring you back to 4-2 that the Wave can go up again and and can go again and get that 3-goal lead back. There seems to be a certain futility about the ambush right now that no matter they've given it all they've got and they just can't bridge that gap yet.
It looks like, well, it looked like Almeida originally, but now it's looking like McGee has the extra sweater on, and he does. So McGee's going to have to be the extra attacker with Lucas Almeida out with a hamstring injury. So Paulo off, 6-on-5. The ambush will play. So Duduka and McGee will pass it back and forth. Now Pepe for Corey Adamson. He had a good chance just a little bit to go before that timeout. Duduka down low. Tony Walls looks for St. Louis in front, but didn't get the right bounce off the boards. Going right to Rafa Diaz. Up for Chamali with 7 minutes left. Liete back, good give and go, and able to get around Duduka, but in a race for it, it's going to be Tony Walls beating him there. And Stuart Grabo, good pass through the legs to Liete. And Chamali will hold it back in his own end. Viega has some time. We'll just touch it down to Ian Bennett. Can't get around Corey Adamson, and that's going to be, I believe, a foul on Adamson, and it will be Wave ball.
It just he feels like the Wave are just closing this game out. They're in no rush to get forward. They just want to kill the clock. They don't want to give anything away.
Ambush number 4, Corey Adamson is second.
Adamson gets another foul.
And this is what makes a championship team. They took a tough overtime loss last night against Florida, and then they just come in here and do what they do. They just rebounded and did what they had to do to beat this ambush team again, and that's another foul by Pepe on Bennett right in front, and it's a blue card on Pepe.
Ambush, 2-minute tripping penalty.
That's a pretty easy call for the ref right there. Pepe just stepping forward and took down Bennett.
Again, it's a whole futility aspect. I think the ambush have given it everything they've got, and they don't know how to. They don't know what to throw at Milwaukee anymore. They've kind of run out of ideas to a degree.
So this is going to be a restart just by the yellow line for the Wave. 2-man wall set up by the ambush. Viega fakes it. Liete the pass over to Ian Bennett. Touchdown to Ferdinand. Touches it over. And that's just a beautiful ball. Some nice spin on it. Just sails over Paulo. And it's 5-1.
Well, he went low last time. And Paulo was ready for the low one this time. And Ferdinand was just able to dink it over him. As you say, put this little spin on it to make sure it just dropped. Well worked. Well worked free kick there from Milwaukee, and it's 5-1.
Max Ferdinand gets his second on the night, third of the year. Bennett, as it said, with the assist.
And I think I sit here and I wax lyrical about Ian Bennett. But and that's doing a disservice to the likes of Lite, Oliveira, Viega. The other players make this the team it is. Ian Bennett is the icing on the cake. He's the standout guy with the goals, but the cast around him is absolutely top draw.
Paul's going to move forward now. It doesn't look like, and they ambush don't have anybody on the bench with an extra attacker uniform on.
Number 23, Daniel Chavala is first.
So after a foul by Chamali, it's going to be St. Louis with the restart. From a bad angle, sends it off the boards, meant to send it off the boards, hits the apron, goes up top, and now Duduka, touch back to Paulo. Paulo, a lot of room to move forward with it. He'll do so. Now St. Louis off the boards, looking for Pouchard. Now Duduka, hard shot, bangs it off the glass. And Duduka, touch through to Bobadilla, and then Felipe tried to send it in front. Kind of an awkward shot taken, hits the apron, and then Stuart Grable knocked down. No call, though. Was Paulo able to steal it away from Chino? Then Chino comes in hard to Paulo, knocks him down. And that's going to be a foul on Chino.
I think the Milwaukee Wave are arguing that Paulo handballed it outside the, well, he's way outside of his box, wasn't he? Paulo handled it in the play there, and the ambush get the call nonetheless.
And Chino went down after that entire thing ensued. It looked like the play was about to start back up, then he just grabbed part of his body and fell down out of our view.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the screen, I was watching the field, and he was just kind of down in the boards there. I couldn't really see because we're right on top of that.
He should be done for the game with the lead being 5-1. Bobadilla touches it to the middle to Duduka. He loses it to Grable. Now Bennett takes away from him. And we'll just send it all the way down the field.
You know, it just kills another 20 seconds off the clock, just knocking the ball away, and now the ambush have to set up again.
Bobadilla and Paulo go back and forth and touched over to St. Louis in front, trying to find Duduka. It goes off of Santos, it looked like his elbow, but it'll be pushed forward to Bennett, then Bennett knocks it forward with his hand.
Bennett gets the blue card for handball. I'll be honest, that's a little harsh.
Yeah, you see the ref even smiling.
I mean, Bennett knew what he was doing, he's trying to get away with it.
There wasn't much, but he did push it while he was sending his arm forward, did propel the ball forward a good amount.
To a degree, I think there's a certain amount of instinct to it, like he just instinctively did it. He wanted to keep the ball and keep going for goal. There's a certain amount of instinct about that. But you know, you see some really rough tackles that don't draw a blue card, and then you see a handball, and you're like, well, that wasn't going to break anyone's leg, so, you know.
The ambush, a third chance on their power play tonight there. So far, 0 for 2. McGee has to leave it for Pepe. Pepe trying to get around Chamali, knocks it away from him. No call though, as they keep the ball. That was the wave, and then Marcio Liete sending it the length of the field. Duduka for McGee. Down low, St. Louis has Pepe in front, gets it over to Tony Walls rather. Just barely couldn't get enough on that. Oliveira. Ambush players hounding him, had to clear it out. Minute 16 left on the power play as a long shot was taken. Now St. Louis knocked down.
Pushed over. I think the ambush would call for a simulation there.
Looks like it is. Yes, it was an embellishment. Yeah, he barely got touched there and really tried to sell that quite a bit.
We speak to Stefan St. Louis all the time. I didn't want to insinuate or accuse him of simulation, but that's what the call was, and I'm not going to sit here and argue with it.
So Liete will start it up with less than 4 remaining. Pepe got his shoulder on it, able to win it to Tony Walls. Goes back to Pepe as Paulo now pushes forward. For McGee. Down low, St. Louis, back for McGee. Paulo, Duduka. Tony Walls looking in front, not able to. Back out top to Duduka. McGee feeds it through the legs. Pepe can't get the shot off as Olivier was all over him. So it goes back to Paulo. Paulo waits. 30 seconds remain on the power play. Tony Walls the shot, and that goes high off the glass. Now McGee, the one-timer, tried to get it deflected by Tony Walls. That did go off his hand. They missed that, though. Goes off to Duca's face, then he's grabbed in the face. No call as a long shot taken by McGee right on to Diaz.
It was a handball by Tony, but I don't think even the Wave players didn't really appeal it. I think everyone missed it, or everyone accepted it was ball to hand, and it was. I'd have appealed it. I thought it was handball, but no one else did apparently, apart from you and me.
But regardless, they'll play on. The ambush with just 5 seconds left until Ian Bennett comes out of the box.
I think the Wave are just happy to keep this clock turning, keep the seconds coming off.
Finds Ian Bennett fresh out of the box, has a wide open net. Paulo heading back, can't get there in time, and Ian Bennett has the wide open goal to make it 6-1.
Well, they don't mind stopping the clock out so the ambush can kick off again after a goal.
His second multi-goal game here in St. Louis.
And he'll not score an easier one. Straight out the box, they find him, he's all alone. Every ambush player is scrambling back, but Paulo can't get back quick enough.
Ambush started that ball just a bit too fast. Now it'll be Will Niamsi moving forward with it. After a little touch from St. Louis. And back for Niamsi. Over 2 minutes remains. It goes to St. Louis. A shot taken, diving save. Tony Walls trying to grab it. Marcio Liete, great play. Knocks that ball away. Trying to feed it up to Chino. St. Louis knocks him away. Great spin around. Finds Tony Walls. The shot taken, blocked up high. And then headed by Rafa Diaz. Hits the apron once, stays in play. Niamsi trying to get around the Wave, unable to get around Santos, and now Pereira comes away with it, knocking down Niamsi. Touch over to Ian Bennett, had a wide open net, missed everything for the hat trick.
You know what? Ian Bennett, they're 6-1 up. He has a wide open look, and he's furious at himself. The Milwaukee Wave are going to win this game, but he's still furious now that he's just missed that. And that's what makes him a winner.
So it's going to be Bouchard with it in the ambush end, and they lose it briefly to Pereira, and then it's going to be a foul called on Pereira, and then because Tony Walls knocked that all the way down, that's just going to prolong this.
Yeah, Tony just didn't. He wanted to get the game running there. The referee called it back because he wasn't on the right spot, and it's still not on the right spot.
Seems almost a bit of pressure. He said, "No, right here,
yeah,
right here." Long pass, able to find St. Louis. Then Bobadilla knocks off the boards. No ambush were there in the box, though. St. Louis knocks off a man, takes a shot. He's had quite a few, though, some good chances as the Wave knock it out of play. Felipe, nice touch in, trying to find St. Louis. Felipe still pushing forward with it, can't get around Max Ferdinand, so he lifts it all the way down for Paulo. Paul has a lot of room left with just 1 minute left in this game. They've had two goals from both Ferdinand and Ian Bennett so far today. Bennett trying to get around Pepe, can't do so. Gray ball off his head to himself, and down to Wiedebach, who had the first goal for the Wave. Tony Walls back for Paulo. They're still pressuring with it. Wiedebach trying to get it to Ian Bennett. He does off the boards with 27 seconds left, and they push Bennett against the boards. Pepe does. That's a whistle, and it's going to be ambush ball.
Well, 30 seconds to go, and Ian Bennett's still trying to get on the score sheet.
Pepe tried to feed it to Walls. Good play by Wiedebach with 15 seconds left. Now Ian Bennett just having him hold off, push it back, and looks like they're just going to let time run out here as the Ambush had a good first half, able to push ahead of the Wave, but the Wave just kick it into second gear, and they're going to walk away with a defining 6-1 lead here in St. Louis.
It's just like last week, really. I mean, I think the Ambush were a bit fortunate to go ahead the way they did, kind of bobbled about, and the ball dropped off Diaz onto the Dukas foot, and he was able to steer it home. The Ambush, they just need to find the scoring boost, man. You know,
Home. It's where your story comes to life. Trust CertaPro painters to create the perfect setting as each new chapter unfolds. We're easy to work with, and our professional painters deliver the highest level of service. So wherever life leads, your home follows. CertaPro painters. We do painting, you do life. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com.
And they're going to have to kick it up a notch, and I think Everton knows that.
A little break from the Wave, but we do have to see the Florida Tropics soon, and that's going to be a new test for them coming forward this season.
Well, we know what they're about. I mean, because half the team used to play for us. Let's be honest. But the last couple of years, we've done well against KC. We know we can go toe-to-toe with KC. We've got 2 games against them coming up. Tacoma, I'll be straight up honest with you. I don't know a lot about Tacoma, but they're coming in here. We've got to win our home games.
Top scorer of the game.
It looks like we have Angela Sharp down on the field, and she has the Milwaukee Wave star Ian Bennett. We'll send it down to Angela.
All right, you guys, I am down here with Mr. Ian Bennett of the Wave. You like that? Did you like that?
Yeah, I love that. It was great. Jeez.
All right, first we got to start. This was a very similar game to the last time you played the Ambush here at home, where you guys were pretty evenly matched up until the third, fourth, and then you guys took it away.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. The Ambush come out hard in the first half, and then obviously we got to get accustomed to the game. But I mean, they throw everything at us, man. So like, I mean, the scoreline doesn't obviously dictate the game because it was obviously closer. We got a couple of chances and we buried them, but no, they're playing us tough, man.
Well, how important was this win for you guys after the loss last night?
Yeah, it was massive. I think honestly that loss, all the festivities were waiting around. I mean, that wasn't Wave soccer. But we're gonna get after them. You know, we got a little revenge for Florida, but no, it was good to come back. Obviously, to get a win here after a loss. But no, we're looking good. We're feeling good. We just got to do our thing.
Just got to do your thing. Now, you do have a number of Wave fans here in attendance for you today. What does that mean to you?
No, that's awesome. Obviously, Chad's a big part. This is his hometown. They represent for him. But no, the fans are, man, we travel well, girl. We travel well, man. So, nah, we just love the support. And St. Louis fans are great, too, man. They're awesome.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on your win. All right, I've got our Ambush #1 star of the game, Duduka, here with his translator, Pepe, going to join us. All right, I've got to ask, what is going on? The Ambush have come out now against the Wave both times here at home. Very, very strong in the beginning and then kind of fizzled towards the end. What's happening there?
O que está acontecendo com a gente, que a gente começa o jogo bem, mas a gente termina para baixo.
Mas mais uma vez pedir desculpa aos fãs e dizer que a gente está lutando, está trabalhando dia a dia para tentar reverter essa situação aí que vem acontecendo nos jogos.
He said he wanted to apologize to the fans, but we're working hard every day to come out and try to win for you guys.
What a nice answer, but that first goal that you got was an impressive goal. You had a lot of pressure on the goal keep there. That was very good. Is that something you've been working on?
Ela falou que no teu gol você pressionou o goleiro, você foi muito bem, muito forte. É uma coisa que você está trabalhando isso?
O time todo, né, no início do jogo consegue pressionar bastante, mas a gente cai de rendimento no final e isso está nos custando a vitória.
He said, yeah, that's something we have been working on. The whole team is pressuring the other team, but unfortunately we're dropping in the second half and we have to change that.
And you guys are going to change that for next time, right?
A gente vai mudar isso, né?
Vai. Let's go, ambush.
Love it. Let's go, Ambush. Thank you so much for your time. Back to you guys.
Duca down low with Angelo. Before that, Ian Bennett with 2 goals tonight against the St. Louis Ambush. But, Matt, as we said, 2 games against the Wave where you controlled in the first half. The Wave just pull ahead, and they just got to move on from this one. There's still a long season ahead and a lot of promise with this Ambush team, including Yamsi.
Yeah, really impressed with him. Really impressed. It just came in and made the defense his own. He steadied the ball. He wasn't harried. Lots of promise with him. Really impressed. I'm going to go back in the locker rooms and shake his hand. I thought he was really good. Lots of promise, but at the end of the day, you're still looking at a 6-1 loss. I mean, you can only spin it so much, Patrick. And Everton knows that. It's a results-oriented business. He's got to get this team ready for next week against Kansas City because they need to start putting some wins on the board.
So that's it for here at the Family Arena. It's the Wave 6, the Ambush 1. For Matt Bird, I'm Patrick Kelly. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on MASL TV.
It's a bird. It's a tractor. It's